Thank you. Thank you.
I'm going to ask a few questions and then we'll take some from the audience. It's so obvious from the artist that you love old movies. And I wanted to know where and when this began. I mean, was it simply that as a little boy you went to movies? How did it start?
Well, it started, you're right, when I was a little boy with my brother, my older brother. We used to go to the theaters all the time. We had no TV, no DVDs, no... Yeah, so we were going to theaters. And where we were living in Paris, we were very close of a big street named Les Grands Boulevards, and there was a lot of theaters, very popular movies and everything. And we were exactly the same distance of a Arrêt Essai theater named Action Lafayette, which was a very well-known theater in France, a small theater, and they were screening all the classical, and especially the Hollywood classical movies. So we had both culture. We were able to see the Western spaghettis and the Fred Astaire movies. And sometimes I was mixing the movies.
Yeah. The cameras that are used for black and white, you mentioned something about them being louder. I mean, rather the cameras that you used on the set were very loud. And you said you wanted that because the actors would be aware of the past quality?
Yeah, and also it was cheaper.
Oh.
Because nobody used that camera now because you can't record sound with it. So, no, but I accept it because it tells something to the actor. But also I played some music on set for the actors, and but it was nice to have this little sound.
Yeah, I mean, it reminds them that they're not making your average either Hollywood or French movie these days. You also, the size of the frame, your ratio is 1:3:3, which is the old standard Hollywood format as opposed to the CinemaScope that so many of us have gotten accustomed to. And why? Was it simply because you wanted to have the older, authentic size, or?
Yeah, first of all, it was for that, but I really love that format because it's the only format you can shoot verticals and diagonals. And if you want to shoot a vertical with a widescreen, you have to pan, to tilt. And here you really can, you can have some verticals, and the way you can shoot the space is very different. And for the actors, it's a wonderful format because it really gives them a presence that they don't have in the widescreen. I mean, when you do a close-up of an actor on a 185 or on CinemaScope, you have a lot of useless information around him, and he's like he takes the third maybe of the space of the movie. In 1:33, he occupies all the space of the movie. So it's really, and even when you shot his entire body, I mean, you really shoot him. And it's really a wonderful, that and the black and white for the actors, it's a benediction. They love it. They're beautiful of it.
But also, how fortunate you are to have an actor like Jean Dujardin. That he has one of the most expressive faces. He was reminding me at times of Kevin Kline, because they both seem to have this delight in performing. You know, it's an almost narcissistic and nostalgic delight in being on screen or on stage. What makes him for you the perfect actor with whom to begin the film in an extreme close-up, because that's how it starts, and then carrying through? What is it about him?
Well, I wrote the script for him and Berenice Bejo. And one of them is my wife, by the way. But let's talk about him. And
for the moment.
Yeah. But yeah, he has a very the pleasure to play, And you're right, Kevin Kline is like this. Vittorio Gassman was like this. Jean-Paul Belmondo, the French actor, is like this. Some actors are like this. And Douglas Fairbanks was like this. He was not a great actor, Douglas Fairbanks.
Oh, Douglas Fairbanks,
Yeah,
absolutely.
but you really feel that he took pleasure when he was acting. And so yes, he has that energy and a very expressive face. And also he's really good, and not all the actors are like this. He is very good in close-up, and he's very good in wide shot. He can use his body. And not all the actors, some of them are really good with their bodies, but not so much with the more intimate acting. I think he has both.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and we understand each other. I mean, he really trusts me. I can ask him anything, he'll do it. And when I say anything, it's anything. And,
Actually,
I don't trust him. So,
no.
yeah. It's normal. He's an actor. We can choose.
One here, yes?
When George sends the chauffeur away,
Yes.
he gives him the car. When we see the chauffeur again, he shows up with a different car.
Yeah.
Is there a reason that they switch cars?
Is there a reason that it's a different car after George sends away the chauffeur with one car and he's got another one after?
You looked very well the movie. Or you're a car seller, I don't know. Or you collect all cars. Yeah, because he's supposed to drive the car of his mistress or his boss.
Right.
Or yeah, so it's supposed to be Pepe's car. And yeah.
You know your cars, yes. Okay, we have time for one more. The gentleman back there.
I'm curious about
The title?
the title of the movie. Was that something you selected early on in the process, or
Did you choose the title, the artist, early on in the process or later? Were there other titles you were considering?
Yeah, actually, I didn't choose that title. The producer did. My title was, at the very beginning, the working title was Pepe and George. And then it was beauty spots, because I thought it was nice to put the light on this very little thing that is between us for all the movie, this little beauty mark. And but the problem is that nobody really knew what it was, and it was maybe too old-fashioned. So the producer told me, I think I have a title. It's in the script when you say, it was in the newspaper, I'm not a puppet anymore, I'm an artist. And say, what do you think of the artist? I say, what? The artist? Come on, that doesn't make sense. The guy is not an artist. He's a stupid, proud guy. I mean, he's not an artist. When he tried to be an artist, he makes a stupid movie. And you say, yes, but think of just of the title. And I realized that something which is good with the title. First of all, a title is not supposed to convince me. It's supposed to convince other people to come. And it's a good title. It really hooks people, I think. And also, I think there's something that reminds the way the characters were introduced in the silent movies. The lady, the policeman, the kid, the tramp, that kind of. So there's something that fits, I think, with the format and everything. And also, when I finally say, okay, let's try it, and everybody and my close friends said, hey, you have a good title now. So I say, okay, let's go. And for this one, they were right. So.
Well, so if you think about it, the artist refers perhaps to the limitations that define the possibilities for somebody to exert his or her talent. For George, or for the character here, it's silence. In other words, he can't talk, and the actor Jean Dujardin can't talk, and he becomes a greater artist for me because he must use only his body. And in a way, I think the title is perfect, forgive me, for you, because you did the same thing. You chose these limitations, black and white, silent, 1:33 ratio, and these define the possibilities within which you create something that is as unique as a beauty mark on a beautiful woman's face. So I
you.
think,
Thank you.
congratulations.
Thank you very much. Thank you.